year, we'll get them next year, but that's not what we did. We got to work, we focused, and I think that really paid off in the end. And it just shows the grittiness of our.
I mean, they're really talented. They have weapons at every position, so just locking in, we knew we couldn't guard a single person individually. We'd have to play team defense, and I thought we did a really good job getting it done.
If Caitlin Clark is on the team, it becomes the right team. Because Caitlin Clark is on it. It's like saying Michael Jordan's not on the right team.
2 players, 2 workout videos, 2 completely different understandings of what it takes to win in the WNBA. When Indiana Fever released Lexie Hull's training footage, nobody expected it would become such a perfect contrast to Angel Reese's approach. Hull's sessions showed targeted drills focused on quick releases, movement shooting, and screen navigation, all skills that directly complement Caitlin Clark's playmaking. Meanwhile, Reese has been posting videos working on 3-pointers when she's struggling to finish at the rim.
Just because fans of Caitlin Clark will pay to see her play. Like, that's the reality situation. Is it's nothing to, there's never blame the consumer or the viewer for what they like.
I'm a dog. You can't teach that. I'm going to go out and do whatever it takes to win, and every single night. My teammates rely on my energy. So being able to continue the energy, even if we're down, even if we're up.
The difference in these approaches tells us everything about which player truly understands their role and which team has a clearer vision for success. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now back to the video. When you watch Lexie Hull's new workout video, one thing jumps out immediately. Every single drill has a clear purpose that matches her exact role on the Fever. But when you look at Angel Reese's training, it's like she's practicing for a position she doesn't even play. Hull's not just working out, she's preparing for specific game scenarios that'll happen when she's on the court with Caitlin Clark. What's really impressive is how Hull runs through these game-specific drills, quick releases off screens.
Confident, staying aggressive, that's what I tell myself, but I thought they played really good defense to start on us, and then when we kind of got into a flow and played a little bit more in transition, we were a lot more successful, and obviously Lex was amazing. I don't know.
Are you in the black? Or are you in the red? Are you showing up? Or are you bluffing?
Catch and shoot attempts from the exact spots where Clark loves to pass the ball. It's like watching a pianist practice the exact pieces they'll perform, not just random scales. Every movement has intention. She's not just shooting, she's rehearsing her role in the Fever's motion offense. Meanwhile, Reese's training videos tell a completely different story. She's launching threes and working on perimeter moves when the stats show she's struggling with something much more basic: finishing at the rim. Can you believe she's shooting just 44.5% within 5 feet of the basket? That's where she should be dominating. Instead of fixing that glaring weakness, she's working on skills that don't match her role as an interior force. The Fever's approach shows a team-wide strategy where every player's development directly enhances team chemistry. Hull isn't just getting better individually, she's specifically practicing catching passes exactly where Clark likes to deliver them. This creates perfect spacing and timing in the offense. It's basketball harmony in action.
I mean, they're really talented. They have weapons at every position, so just locking in, we knew we couldn't guard a single person individually. We'd have to play team defense, and I thought we did a really good job getting it done.
If Caitlin Clark is on the team, it becomes the right team. Because Caitlin Clark is on it. It's like saying Michael Jordan's not on the right team.
Here's the most shocking part. Nearly 40% of Reese's rebounds come from her own missed shots. Think about that for a second. She's essentially creating her own rebounding opportunities through inefficient shooting. That's not a strength, it's a fundamental flaw in her approach to the game. The contrast in organizational philosophy couldn't be clearer. Indiana is building specialists with defined roles, while Chicago seems to be letting Reese develop skills that don't match her strengths. Hull's improvement curve is trending upward, with her three-point percentage jumping to 47% last season. Direct evidence that targeted training on role-specific skills actually works. Hull's training directly addresses her specific role in the Fever's motion offense, creating spacing and opportunities that maximize Clark's playmaking abilities. This is how championship teams develop role players, by enhancing strengths and minimizing weaknesses to create a cohesive unit where everyone knows their job.
Does everything normal. And I think something that's so hard is, it's so hard for her, I think, to go out and do normal things, because the attention that she has.
And in some instances, teams chose to actually move games to larger venues to accommodate the fanfare of Caitlin coming to town.
Let's freeze frame the game for a second and look at something you probably don't notice in real time. When we put Hull's and Reese's shooting forms side by side, it's actually shocking how different they are. The reason Hull can hit these threes with such consistency isn't just practice. It's because her mechanics are basketball poetry in motion. Look closely at Hull's form and you'll see a textbook high release point near her forehead. This isn't just for show. It creates a natural arc that both protects her shot from defenders and gives the ball the perfect trajectory to drop through the net. Her wrists, elbows, feet, everything is perfectly aligned. That's not an accident. That's the result of coaches breaking down every tiny element of her shooting technique. Now compare that to Reese, and you'll spot something that makes basketball trainers cringe. Crossed wrists and a pushing motion that starts from her hips. This isn't some advanced shooting problem, it's basketball 101.
Two of you have something special brewing. How did you get that three-point groove going, Lexi?
I got to my spots, and she can find anyone pretty much anywhere. So
Doing all that talking online, but when it comes to the proof, it is in the pudding. When it comes to the numbers, when it comes to the black and the white.
When her wrists cross like that, the ball has nowhere to go but straight, making it way easier to block and much less likely to go in. This one mechanical flaw explains everything about why she struggles so badly to finish close to the basket. The Fever's coaching approach is crystal clear in Hull's workout video. Before adding any fancy moves to her arsenal, they focused on fixing the foundation first. Watch how the coaches work on her footwork and hand positioning in specific drills. They're building her shooting mechanics from the ground up. These aren't random exercises, they're targeted fixes for specific technical flaws. You can see the results when you watch actual game footage. Hull catches passes from Clark and releases them in one smooth motion. No hesitation, no mechanical breakdowns. Her quicker release and improved balance are direct results of those detailed drills we saw in the workout video. The coaches have clearly identified exactly what she needed to fix, and now she's applying those corrections in real games.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely fun for us. It's fun for a lot of fans in the Midwest that, cheered us on.
Here, we'll get them next year, but that's not what we did. We got to work, we focused, and I think it really paid off in the end. And it just shows the grittiness of our...
This approach creates sustainable improvement. Hull isn't just having a hot shooting streak, she's rebuilding her mechanics from the foundation, which means her shooting percentages should continue to climb. Meanwhile, Reese's fundamental flaw remains uncorrected, suggesting Chicago's coaching staff isn't addressing the basic issues holding her back. So when you step back and look at the bigger picture, what we're seeing isn't just about two individual players. It's a masterclass in organizational philosophy. The Fever's systematic approach with Hull shows they understand sustainable team building, focusing on complementary skills that amplify Clark's talents. Meanwhile, the Sky seem to be missing the point entirely with Reese. Instead of honing her elite rebounding and interior presence, they're letting her drift away from her strengths. This methodical skill development versus directionless training contrast tells us everything about which team is building for long-term success. The proof will be on the court in 2025, but the blueprints being drawn now make the future pretty clear already.